It's coffee time. And before I forget, it's going to be business right off the bat. Before I forget, there are two things that I would love for you guys to check out if you are interested. If it's not up your alley at all, it's not your jam, it's not your wheel jam, if you will, then feel free to not watch it. But I wanted to let you guys know the second Borderlands video went up, but it went up on Tiri's channel because we're going, I put up one, she puts up one, I put up one, she puts up one. So I put a link to it and I tweeted it, but also if you missed any of that, then that video is up. So I will link you guys to that in the description. And also the completionist episode that I was on is now up. So I will link you to that as well. We reviewed Aladdin and it has a musical number in it. So it's worth it. It's worth your time doing all the silly things, but having a lot of fun. Also, I needed this coffee today. Not because I was feeling, you know, the like caffeine feels, the little, but because I went to, there's a place called The Counter. It's like a build your own burger place. And I love it so much. It's basically just a, come in, sit down. Would you like fries? Would you like onion strings? Okay, cool. Now, do you see this giant list of weird things that you can put on your burger? Please choose 5. And you go, you get so excited. You're like, yeah, of course I want a fried egg and an avocado and jalapenos and everything. It's so much fun. I love going there. And every time I've found a combination of things that I just love. And every time I tweak it a little bit, this time I got a turkey burger on a bun. And I got, okay, what did I get on it? I got carrot strings and red onion and sprouts and avocado and what else? There's the 4 regular toppings. So that was onion strings, oh, cucumbers, onion, and then what was the last thing? Did I say sprouts? No, sprouts. And then the last one was avocado. And then I put horseradish mayo on it. It was so good. I normally don't get carrot strings on it. That was my new thing. So it was delicious. And afterward, I realized I ate way too much, and then I went and got coffee. But I did 2 things today that I think is important to let you know of. First thing, finally played FTL, and that game is so much fun. I have watched so many other people play it. This game is very, very simple, but really, really, really fun. I got to, I think, the 4th sector before I died. Oh, so sad. So sad. My ship was called the Sherlock Cat, and the people on my ship were Mike, Roe, and Sherlock. And Roe kept almost dying because I kept being like, oh, there's an intruder, Roe, go fight them! So Roe would like run in and start like punching people, and then she'd almost die, and I'd be like, oh no, go to the medical bay! It was so much fun. I didn't think I was gonna have as much fun with it as I did, otherwise I would have filmed it. But I was just like, maybe I'll, I was literally laying in bed with my laptop, and I was like, maybe I'll try out FTL. I need to do that. All my friends are playing it. I'll try it. Everybody says it's so good. And then I got so hooked. I was playing all the things. And whenever I would attack, whenever I would be like fighting somebody and they'd be like, all right, we surrender. Here, we'll give you all of these things if you just let us go. Every single time I was like, heck nah. And then I just fought them anyway. Because I knew, I was like, if you're willing to give me those things, that means that if I defeat you, I can just take more than what you're willing to give me. I was cutthroat. So cutthroat. But Sherlock became amazing at the engines, and Mike was hanging out with the weapons all day, and then Ro was my pilot. So they did pretty well. But I need to play again, and I don't know what to name my ship. Feel free to throw out suggestions. Obviously, you know, they're the normal things. They're the obvious things for me, like the dick butts, things like that. But I would much rather that they be... Maybe I'll call it the Sneeze Honestly. That is such a dumb name for a ship. Done. It's happening. And then I'll make it me, Jesse, and TB. Done. We did it. Don't worry, guys. But that game is really fun. I brought up the fact that it's simple because I think that it's the sort of game that if you know somebody who doesn't play a lot of games, I think it's the sort of game that somebody would still enjoy, even if they don't like games or they don't like complex games, because it's so just the second that you get into battle, you can pause it. Like if you get overwhelmed too easily, you can pause it and be like, okay, what do I want to do? And throughout the entire battle, you can always pause it and then like queue up what you want everyone to do. And it just takes away so much of the stress, but it's still a very challenging game. So I think that it's really good for people who love games and people who are not all that into games, but like, you know, trying new things. It's very fun. It's very fun. So on my next trip, the Sneeze, honestly, hopefully we will go further than we've ever gone before. But yeah, the other thing that I did today was I went to the movies and saw a movie that I had never even heard of, which I never do. Because movies are so expensive. I like to know exactly what I'm going to go see. It's like, okay, I've planned out weeks in advance that I'm going to go see The Hobbit. And then I go see The Hobbit. For this, it was a movie called Broken City, and it had Russell Crowe and Catherine Zeta-Jones, and I can't remember the name of the dude who played the PI, but I went and saw it, and it was so intense. It was like a political intrigue movie, and the whole time, that whole movie, like every scene, I was like, just like a little bit tense, just waiting for things to go wrong. But at the same time, like, I don't know if I felt like the resolution was worth it. Does that make sense? It was like there were all these issues that rose up in the movie, and like the major conflict, of course, you know, came to a head and it happened, and then, but all of the like minor issues that were happening with the main character, I was like, are we not fixing any of this? Is none of this gonna be fixed? And then, but at the same time, do you like how I'm not finishing any of my sentences? At the same time, I appreciate movies that are more realistic. Movies that don't have that, oh, everything was fixed moment, you know? So I'm like, I shouldn't be sad about it. But I'm a little sad about it. I was like, I just want you to be, what is his name? You know what? I'm gonna look it up. Broken City, IMDb. Yeah, that's what I want. What's your name? What's your name? Mark Wahlberg. There we go. Mark Wahlberg, Russell Crowe, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Jeffrey Wright, Barry Pepper, Alona Tal. Who are these people? Natalie Martinez, Michael Beach, Kyle Chandler, James Ransone. I'm just going to read them all to you. Griffin Dunn, Brittany Theriot, Luis Tolentino, Tony Bentley, Andrea Frankel. That's the entire list that they give you before the like cut where you can click on it and see the full list. I'm not going to read that to you. I just got into a zone. But yeah, Mark Wahlberg is the name of the PI in the movie, and it's basically about a mayor who hires a PI to investigate his wife, and it winds up becoming bigger than just that. He tells the PI that he suspects his wife of cheating, and the PI's like, "Sweet, I'm good at that. I can find out for you. Don't worry." And it like goes down the rabbit hole and it gets so deep and all these issues happen and you're just like, ugh. But it was very fun. I got to go to the dine-in theater again, so I got my wedge salad. I had never heard of wedge salad until I moved to LA. I don't know, I can't remember if I've ever said that before. Like if I've talked about wedge salad, but wedge salad is so weird. It's such a like, it feels like a fancy person salad. I don't even know why, because a fancy person salad should be the salad where everything's in bite-sized pieces, not in like giant chunks of lettuce. But it feels like such a fancy person salad. They're just like, yes, I'll have the wedge salad. I'm like, oh. So I've had it before, and it was delicious. So I was like, all right, I'll have, I don't want to eat too much. But I like the reclining seats, and I like the drinks, so I'm going to get me a drink and a wedge salad. And I did, and it was the loudest thing ever. Pro tip, if you are ever at a dine-in theater and there are intense moments going on, do not get the wedge salad. Because you are the person who's like, krush, krush, krush. You just feel like so, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Because it's so good, you have to keep eating it, but you feel like that butthole that's just being so loud in the theater. That person who ordered chips or brought chips. Oh, that person who went to Taco Bell ahead of time, got like a really crunchy taco. Oh, that guy. That guy. I was that guy today. My wedge salad. They may be fancy, but they ain't fancy for no cinema. And that's all I have to say about that. I hope that you guys had an amazing day. And I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.